Alrighty, you have the nails, Lucas. I got the hammer. Let's crucify a season. Hello, it's Guru, it's Chewy. Let's talk about how shitty the winter season was.
Yay.
Oh my god, the winter season wasn't... Okay, can we just get this out of the way? I love anime. I love it to death. This winter season might have been the worst season I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. We weren't back in the days there.
Okay, back in the days, yeah. Okay, worst modern season. How's that?
Okay, yeah, sure. Worst one we've been through, at least.
Yeah, since I fell down the anime rabbit hole in 2015? I don't think I've seen a worse season than this. So let's get the good shows out of the way that we watched. Attack on Titan, finale, part 2.
Oh, yes. I like how they're splitting into 3 parts. Even though they should just...
Attack on Titan, the finale, part 3, the finale.
This is like season 7 or whatever, right? Or 6? Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly, it was good. I kind of liked how people finally started realizing, hey, let's stop being idiots and actually do something about Eren. I did like the final fights and the sacrifice by Keith and the Meribee general.
Right.
I also really did like the framing of how the rumbling was. There was a good frame from the final episode where essentially you saw the soldiers looking up and you just saw the wall titans, just thousands of them. And it was cool. And honestly, it was a great season, and I'm excited for the finale in 2023.
Part 3, season 8? I
have no idea anymore. Anyway, so that was my opinion on AOT.
Kimetsu no Yaiba?
It has a chance. We need to separate the entertainment district arc.
Did it finish?
Yeah, it finished, and in my opinion, it's going to take a lot for a show to beat this. I thought it was one of the most brilliant shows I've seen in quite a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
And, the one thing I want to highlight is that it has amazing battles, right? Just the battles are fucking brilliant.
Well coordinated and animated and everything, yeah.
Well, the final battle, the last bit of the final battle against the two demons.
Mm-hmm.
Once Tenjin goes in, returns after everybody thought he was going to be dead, I have watched that scene a good 7 or 8 times. It is...
Wait, Tengen? Tengen or Tenjin? Sorry.
Tengen.
The sound
Tengen,
pillar,
yeah.
dude?
I said Tenjin by accident, my bad.
Okay.
But no, when he returns, so in the final fight, when he shows up after they thought he was dead, that was... the best fight scene I have ever seen.
Pretty epic.
The combination of the music, when he starts doing his musical attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the screaming of the demon and just everything building up. And the one thing I want to highlight, because I don't think it gets highlighted enough, the sword clashing.
Oh, the Foley for that or whatever, the noise.
I'm just saying the sword clashing as in the sounds of the blades hitting.
Yeah.
It is
pretty much the
music
Foley, right?
to my ears. It's one of the reasons I'm super hyped to buy Sekiro next month.
Is that what Foley?
When you listen to the blades clashing, it's just awesome.
Yes, it's called Foley. Okay, I am not wrong about that one.
All right, well, when you listen to the Foley...
Yeah, this
Yeah, when you just hear... adding that, it's so perfectly choreographed. It's so... And the interesting thing about Demon Slayer that I want to end on... the story's simple.
I mean, yeah.
It's just... There's no real twists.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real turns.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, here's the good guys, here's the bad guys, let's watch them fight. And I credit Demon Slayer so much for it, since we see a lot of times in storytelling, not just anime, where we get a little too insane.
With the depth of the story and stuff like that?
Yeah, we get a little too insane with all the twists, all the turns, right?
They
Metal Gear it, as I like to say. Metal Gear, there's like 15 different twists in the span of 20 minutes. Right? Like, I love how Metal Gear Solid 4 ended, and I don't care. It's been a game that's out for almost 14 years now. Metal Gear Solid 4's ending is, Ocelot wasn't actually under control of Liquid, and he was trying, and everything has been going to his plan. And it's just like, wait, so you're telling me everything in Metal Gear 1, 2, 3, and 4 has been going to Liquid's plan, which is all that? Like, it's just, okay, that's something.
Right?
Yeah, so that's one thing I credit with Demon Slayer. The story's straightforward, simple, and it makes it so good. Anyway, you got anything to add to Demon Slayer?
Well, I mean, I only watched a few. I only watched a few episodes this season.
I'm still gonna ask because it's polite.
I've read the manga though, but I'm still watching only a few episodes of the season. I haven't caught up.
Yeah, and thankfully they're not doing a sequel movie. They're actually doing a sequel season.
Yeah.
It's gonna cover another one of the great arcs, the Swordsmith arc.
Yes, Swordsmith Village arc.
Yeah, the Swordsmith Village with Tokido and the love girl Mitsuri gonna be the.
That's the Mist Pillar and the Love Pillar?
Yeah, Mist and Love.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's gonna be it's gonna be good. I've read all of Demon Slayer, and I really like the finale. So it's gonna be something to look forward to. Okay, up next, probably the only other good to great show that I watched this season, it was Dress Up Darling.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're wondering, I gave, if I had to give a score, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, 10 out of 10s.
Oh. What, this is like an 8 or something, or 7?
8.5, I believe, is what I gave it. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Dress Up Darling. No, I actually gave it a 9. Oh. I think I kind of agree with my statements on it. I like how this show did its romance.
Okay.
There was no conflicts. There was no issues. It was just a boy and a girl falling in love with each other.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the girl was falling in love quicker because the boy's an oblivious idiot, but it was just like, I was talking with a friend of mine in this Iris Discord, and he brought up Rent-A-Girlfriend. And the comparison wanted to compare romances, right? So he asked, how is Dress Up Darling the hit shit? And I pretty much said it's very relatable.
Like, the fact that you have your own sort of passion and stuff like that, and
to an extent, but I also just look at the main character being someone a lot of people can self-insert with.
Gojo?
Yeah. As someone who's
okay, I see.
As someone who's I'm scared to show their true feelings of stuff, right?
Yeah, because you've already been judged somehow in some way by someone.
Yeah, and then of course the crushing of stereotypes. I really look, I get it. Everybody's like, oh, she's just the hot waifu of the winter. And I'm like, no, I genuinely believe Marin is a really, really well-written character.
Yeah.
I love her motives. I love how she essentially just tells Gojo to stop being a bitch.
Yeah. You
love what you love. That's great. There's no reason to be upset about it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like me with VTubers. I mentioned before, it was only a bit ago that I started not giving a shit about being a 29-year-old man who enjoys that shit, because there's a whole bunch of people who do.
Yeah.
I've met people who are older than me. There's this 50-year-old who loves VTubers, and he does art about them all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was the big thing. It's not being ashamed with what you like.
Yeah, everyone has their own preferences.
Because what's not mentioned is that Marin's the hot high school girl who's an otaku.
Yeah.
So that isn't mentioned that much, but it still plays with the themes.
And she's like major otaku, like with major
So
ero gaze and hentai stuff.
It
like,
plays to Gojo, what makes Gojo strong.
Yeah, he likes, what are the Hinawari dolls?
Hina dolls, yeah.
Yeah.
But it plays to the idea of like what you like, who gives a shit about what others think.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so can we get to the bad stuff about the winter now? Since everything after this is just mostly a colossal train wreck.
I like
so next
fire.
On the list that I watched, Arifureta. I kind of lost my mind writing this review because I will say this. Season 2 is better than Season 1.
Okay.
It is better in terms of presentation.
Okay.
In terms of story, there is actually nothing.
Has not made progress, huh?
There is no progression. And actually, I feel the show takes a few steps back because you realize something watching this show. The female characters have no character.
No depth?
Yeah, absolutely none. Right? So let's start with the hit points. I'm essentially going to read my review. So let's start with the hit points. At the start of the season, right? Hajime is labeled a heretic, right? So you're thinking, okay, if he's labeled a heretic, maybe this will change some stuff in this. Nope, nothing actually fucking happens.
Everyone's just stroking each other's penises.
Well, no, it's like you think, oh, if a king is labeling him a heretic, right? The nation around the world would be like hesitant around him, you think? Nope, nothing happens. It doesn't change the story in the slightest. Let's go with the enemies. Who are they? Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So like the two, there are three main antagonists in this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is Noint, who is this random apostle of the evil god Ent.
Okay.
Okay, so she's just a random mini boss.
Random mini boss.
There's this demon general named Freed who is there for reasons.
Do we know the reasons?
He's just the supreme commander of the demon race army.
Okay.
So it's just like, okay, why is he here? Right? So it's one of those things where just it does not work out, right? It does not balance out in the sense of there's no motivation, right? It just feels like fights for the sake of the fights. Then the show just it just fucking falls apart. So what happened is the end fight, the big climactic fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was caused because two people did not like that two people weren't loving them.
Oh yeah, it's the high schooler kids, whatever, right?
Yes.
It was the one that wanted the prince to like her, and the one wanted the other girl.
One wanted the hero, this random character, right? Who has a I want to say like a superiority complex, but he's like do the right thing complex, right?
A savior complex?
I wouldn't say savior. He's not like that, but he's like we need to do the right thing.
Super chivalrous.
Yes, that's it.
Like and a social justice warrior.
And then another guy who was mad that
that girl that was really obsessed with the hero didn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the fight, right?
Yeah. Let me read that.
I'm so confused how Arifureta has a 7.21 on Mal.
I don't get it either. I'm thinking it's boobs. But what I don't get, like, that was how the season ended, right? That was the big conflict, and it's just sitting there just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's just so boring.
Jeez, this was like...
And then it just ended with Hajime explaining, yeah, the god is trying to kill us. He does not like us, right?
Cool. Go to divine being hating mortals. Let's go. Okay. Sounds good.
And it's like, okay, well, where's this random god? This is the first time hearing its name.
You're right.
And it's just if we look at that,
I don't know. Seems really messy.
And it's just the story. Boring. Like I said, the story, like last season.
Are there so many people that watch this one? God.
Here's the thing about the first season. At least the first season tried to tell the story about like Hajime's return, right? Yeah, that's just completely gone. Because the one thing I always point out is they always point out that Hajime is like, he will kill someone if they get in his way. And it's just like, okay, we see that maybe once or twice.
He saves a lot of the other people.
It is just
saves a lot of people.
How is this not hentai?
How is it not hentai? Because there's no actual sex yet, at least on screen.
Again, I point out the characters, right? You, the vampire who Hajime meets. Literally after the underground state place, she becomes nothing but, oh, I'm Hajime's special someone, and nobody else can get in her way.
Yeah.
The rabbit and the dragon are literally just ecchi bait.
Ecchi bait.
At least Kaori. Kaori, as a character in season 2, actually pretty good. She wants to get stronger so she can stand beside Hajime on her own, right? So, you know, I want to be able to stand beside you, right? And the show completely ruins it by giving her a Valkyrie body artificially boosting her stats. So yeah, there goes the only good part of her character. Like, the only good character in the show is the teacher. She's just a desperate girl trying to do the best for her students in a world where everything is falling apart, right?
Yeah.
Outside of that,
everything a cow.
Outside of that, every other character's just garbage.
Garbage.
And you know how the season ends? It ends with Hajime attempting to stab a giant metal rod down Tia's ass.
Oh.
Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Okay, shows I'd like to acknowledge. World's End Harem. There, I acknowledged it.
Didn't watch it.
A show I plan to watch is Vanitas no Karte.
Did you even watch the first one first?
And so I said show I plan to watch.
Okay, but the part 2's the one that's out in winter.
Yeah, and apparently that was getting pretty good reviews as well.
I see a really good score in that one.
Show I may consider watching is Sabiki Bisco.
Oh, God. Just for that one scene of, like, bringing up
Please don't remind me of that. That was disgusting.
I don't know. I might hold off on that one.
Apparently, from what I was reading from, like, fan reaction, it started out well, but it kind of simmered at the end.
Not too bad.
Show I probably won't watch is
The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt.
Like, I just have no interest in it, if I'm being totally honest.
All I want to do is just read it and maybe eventually watch it, but only just for laughs. I don't really care for it.
Acknowledging another show, The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. Nope.
I read the manga on this one. I'm still reading it. It gets more and more ridiculous every single chapter.
Do I really have to talk about fucking how a realist hero rebuilt a kingdom?
Part 2.
This is one of the worst shows I have ever seen. I do not understand how people can enjoy it. It literally does nothing. It literally does nothing.
I just want one day for fuck, what is it? Oh, the ridiculous one with the Oda Nobunaga job one.
Maybe
come out.
Like
the one thing I want to point ridiculous out, that I love it.
You know, the one thing I want to point out about this show is like it's 13 episodes and nothing happens. It is literally just Soma going around meeting people. There's no conflicts. It's just talking. You cannot have shows with just talking. Unless it's Steins Gate, where you have these insane characters going nuts. And even Steins Gate had conflict. So that's all I want to say. Realist Hero was a 4 out of 10. Sasaki to Miyano is a boys' love show that apparently was really good, according to some people.
Yeah, I heard some actually decent reviews on this one, which is interesting.
Got an 8.3 on Mal. Now, I'm going to say it. Boys' love is not my genre.
Is girls' love your genre?
I mean, at least I can enjoy it. Like, I mean, if we want to talk about girls' love, there was, what, Bloomin' to You?
Oh, yeah.
That's, like, the only one I've watched, and it was decent. I like the psychological aspects of that show.
But
yeah,
no, I've never watched a boys' love one before, so.
And then, Akami no Sailor. I tried watching this, but I just...
This was weird. This was a weird one. The trailer was about feet and stuff, right? That was, yeah.
As a chum buddy, I should have been into it. This is a reference to Gura's obsession with feet.
Stinky.
But no, like, I tried to get into this show, but I just couldn't.
This is just a weird one. I did not even attempt to try to watch this one. Cheesing Master Takagi-san.
You forgot one, Kuroshi Ai.
I saw some of the clips from Crunchyroll on this one. This is interesting-ish, but I don't know. Something about it didn't.
I don't think this is one I will take a look at. It's from the studio that did Kono Ototomare, The Sounds of Life, second season.
Platinum Vision?
Yeah. Yeah, they've done both the Sounds of Life seasons.
Oh, the Kono Tomare?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bit...
I don't think this is a show I'll watch.
I don't know. I saw some clips, but I only saw like the funny parts, so I was like, okay, well, what's the rest of the show like, though?
Teasing Master Takagi-san is the same thing as season 2, which was the same thing as season 1.
Oh yeah, season 3. Jeez,
it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the show's great, I loved it, but like, you could literally put my review of season 2 in as the review of season 3, and you'd be mostly right.
Copy paste.
Which isn't a bad thing, but it's the type of thing those genres, like, it's the same thing with Nun Biori.
Mm-hmm.
And, what was that show? I want to say it was Eurocamp. You know, the show about the girls who love camping.
Yeah.
And that one. Like, they're great shows, but these type of shows have development you'd see elsewhere. In the terms of like different stories, it's just like you tend to repeat the same thing, which isn't bad because it works with these shows, but it makes reviewing them
copy paste
kind of different. Land of Leodale,
and like a tedious thing.
Land of Leodale is the poster child for this season.
It was okay.
Since this Land of Leodale is the 5th best show in this season for me, and in any other season, it may be one of the last.
It's okay.
Like, I liked it. Its presentation was out of a hentai, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Character models just weren't good. But,
like the monsters were, some of the monsters are just really lazy.
Yeah, like it was an enjoyable watch, but like the only reason I was excited to watch it every week is because the rest of the season sucked.
Yeah.
I will say, Fantasy Bishoujo is something I will consider watching.
Ah.
I do like the premise of how like two dudes get thrown into another world, but one dude becomes a girl, and now the other dude must deal with the fact that, oh no, she's hot. Like that seems actually pretty funny to me. So I am quite interested in it, and I will probably consider doing a nostalgic review on it in some time. You got anything to add?
I just, yeah. It wasn't. It was like it's like one of those comfy shows. That's pretty much it, really. And it was just really, it was just really, really badly drawn in comparison, though. Some of the art was just really lazy in comparison, even though everything else was kind of those
nice. It has a nice premise that will actually make me consider watching it.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. I did not watch Fantasy Shoujo Juniku Goji-santo. Wasn't this the one where two dudes got transported into another world? One guy turned into like the super hot heroine.
That was literally what I was just talking about, Chewy.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still talking about Leodale. I got zoned out there.
No. Anyway, let's move to Princess Connect.
I didn't watch Princess Connect.
Season 2 is great, but I just get this feeling that this show can't carry a season. Like, if Princess Connect is one of your top 5 shows, the season has a problem. So I will say, Cygames, whatever you're doing with animation, keep doing it.
Oh, okay.
Its animation is flawless.
That's cool.
Alrighty, next up are shows that I dropped within 2 episodes. Orient and the Elders thing.
Oh, I just stopped after the second one.
Yeah, they were just atrocious. Oh my god. Alright, did you watch anything else?
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch Tribe 9?
I watched a bit of Tribe 9 and Futsal Boy. So I watched more Futsal Boys than Tribe 9. I tried to watch Tribe 9.
Let's keep this short and sweet.
Okay, quickly go through. Did you watch Tokyo 24Q?
No, I've literally watched nothing else.
Murano Seretsu, Slow Loop, nope. Ryman's Club.
Let me put it to you this way. I watched nothing else in the winter, and I plan to watch nothing else.
Release in a pod.
Like, I tried watching Shenmue, but it was boring as fuck.
I want to get into Sayuki Reload Zero in, but at the same time, like, maybe I should watch the first one. Sorry. Anyways, watch Tribe 9, like three episodes or 4 episodes, and I told you it just feels like a lazy Danganronpa, basically. Except, no Danganronpa, and then.
And the thing I don't like is that it's clearly not taking place in the Danganronpa universe.
Or
and yet every character looks like a Danganronpa ripoff.
Yeah, or the other one with the. There was another one that Danganronpa also did artwork for, right? The guy who...
Yeah, that was that. I know the show you're talking about. It's the one that everybody loved that I couldn't understand why.
Yeah, that was at least one of the two. But still, it was just...
At least in that show, though, the characters didn't look like Danganronpa ripoffs.
No, they looked very unique.
Like, you can look at Tribe 9 and you can literally say that, okay, this guy's an X clone, this guy's a Y clone, this guy's a Z clone. We literally have 2 D clones, right?
And we literally have 3 members of the team that are triplets or whatever, quadruplets. I don't know. So
like
dumb.
Tai and Roku literally look like the same characters they are represented in from fucking Danganronpa 2. Like they literally look exactly the same.
Yeah, it's just cannot get into it. Literally lost interest real quick at episode 2 and 3 area.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just,
I mean, this was the anime that what's it? That fucking YouTuber, what's his name? Starts with a C. Oh God, his name's escaping me.
What did he do though with the anime?
What the Corpse Husband? Yeah.
Oh, did he voice for the English one?
Yeah, he voiced Ojiro Tori.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you want to make a sport like this that's extreme, it really needs to be extreme. Like,
would you
to the
say
max.
that this was just there to promote the upcoming Tribe 9 video game?
Yeah, but I don't know if it did very well, honestly.
Well, who knows? We'll find out when Tribe 9 releases soon.
Because, like, come on, Inazuma 11 was even better than this. Come on, man. Inazuma 11 came out before the game. Fuck off.
Boy.
Okay, Futsal Boys. I don't know. It's very stereotypical. I thought this was just gonna be like either like a Captain Tsubasa type of take on sports, where they're like, oh, there's some of these special moves and stuff like that, and like, oh, it's futsal. You gotta still, be very good still, or Nazuma 11 kind of take. But
so essentially, you could say this is a poor man's Aoshi.
Like, it's not even a poor man's Aoishi, because Aoishi doesn't even have special techniques or shit like that. They actually go way really into depth in like how to play soccer.
You're making me so excited to watch the first episode of that.
But Futsal Boys doesn't even do that. It doesn't even do that. And like, I'm all for having all these different types of sports and different animes on that, but I don't get sometimes where, like, I don't know, when it comes to like these little, like the minor sports of like the big sports or whatever, like the spin-offs in a sense, like how there's some, it's like with futsal, like you have like 4 players or something like that, or 5 players instead of like the whole full 11, which is, okay, understandable, because like it's a smaller game, basically, a smaller field. But I don't know, it got real boring real quick. And I kind of forgot like half the people were on the freaking field sometimes. And especially on the enemy team, when it comes to like soccer and like Inazuma 11 or Captain Tsubasa, I get drawn in. I know, holy shit, Hyuga's a fucking beast. And whatever, all these other people on the enemy side and on like the main character's team and everything like that. But this just makes me like go, who the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? And where do they go from here to here? And okay, it's just like cuts of like, okay, there's a goal, here's a goal, here's a goal, here's a goal. It didn't feel like any of the points really mattered at that point. And I was like, this is not good. If you were trying to play the fact that like this anime was a sports anime, it didn't feel like it. And then here's the other part. If you don't want to go like focus in really hard on the sports aspect of this, then at least it needs to be good on the other side, right? On the characters or the story or something. No, like I have a stereotypical guy who like thinks he's the best and is like a ball hog or whatever, ball hawk. I got like a guy who's like really Genki, and then who's like kind of starting off like this is new experience, has never like played futsal before, whatever. And then another, I got a Senkin Genki who's played futsal, is really good, and is like a shorter character, short Genki guy, and then there's senpai who's like really, really strong and stuff, and like, oh my god, it's just a fucking. I don't know.
Shall we just put the final nails into the winter season?
It was just boring sometimes. I watched to like I think 10 or 11. I was like, yeah, I don't know why I kept going
nearly to the end.
I almost watched to the end, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm here. I would have spent better time just rewatching Inazuma 11 or Camp Tsubasa at this point.
Okay, shall we put the final nails into the winter season?
Winter season grades D.
Wow, you did it better than me. I said D-.
D.
Literally, I did all my like best lead character, best presentation, all that, right?
Fuck F. I didn't watch Attack on Titan, and I only watched a little bit of wait. I did finish My Dress Up Darling and I watched a little bit of Kimetsu no Yaiba. I did finish Leadale.
The interesting thing, right, is that outside of best lead character, which I gave to Marin, every single other thing was just Demon Slayer.
Understandable.
Hey, let's talk about the spring season now.
I'm already watching stuff.
Yeah, no, we're already watching stuff. This will be quick, as we will just highlight the stuff we are watching.
Or want to watch and are super hyped about.
And we'll also talk a little bit about the first episode of some that have aired that we've seen. Just quick tidbits. It's hard to talk about first episodes since, it's first episodes.
Yeah, and it's just really first impressions. That's all. It's not really.
Let's start with Shield Hero.
Yes. They.
One thing I want to highlight is I think a lot of people tend to forget about the waves.
Do they?
Well, one argument I was hearing about Shield Hero Season 2 is that there's no antagonist anymore. Like, the princess has been dealt with, and it's just like, wait a minute, did you guys forget about, like, the thing that was established in the world about the waves, right?
Or the guy with the scythe, her partner, and the lady with the fans?
Yes, the princess was the main antagonist throughout the entirety of the first season, but it wasn't like they weren't hinting at things to come throughout the entirety of the first season as well.
And was it the bishop of that church?
Yeah,
their hero's church, and like, he's the BEG actually, who influenced the king and the princess and stuff, but they're still bad people.
Like, Malty's going to be a part of the series for the rest of the time, and I think a lot of people just kind of forgot, Shield Hero's been setting up other things. I will say, though, the slave aspect is starting to piss me off.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, we kind of also forget that the other heroes are kind of antagonists a little bit, too.
Yeah, and their stories haven't ended clearly.
Yeah. Because they're still heroes, so they got to tie up someone at the end of something.
Alrighty, and I want to acknowledge this. I think the slavery aspect of Shield Hero is really rough at times.
It's weird.
Like, the village part, I can understand. How he's, like, building the village for all of them, right?
Okay, yeah.
That part I can get, and I can actually think it's a halfway decent story.
Okay.
The Risha part is just like, why?
I don't know.
Like, it's not needed. It is not needed. Like, if you wanted to tell a story about how, like, I don't know, Naofume found them in, like, a slave trade, and he decided to buy them all, and now he's building a village for them to live freely, right? You know what? I can get behind. That's a decent story. Why does Raphtalia need to be a slave? Why does Fial, the bird? Why does Risha? Like, those parts feels like it's just too much, right?
I don't remember what the full reason for Raphtalia was, but she did have like a moment where she explained it. I don't remember though what it was. It was in season 1.
It was the way I see it is maybe it was just like an honor thing, right? But there's no reason for Risha to be a slave. There's no actual reason.
It's kind of weird, but
like they want to explain it as like, oh, she joins as a slave, she'll get a power boost, and it's just like, really? Why not just have her grow and develop, right? You're going to do that all the way. Like, there's a big plot point with Risha that's going to show up later in the series.
Maybe they want her at least a little bit powerful enough to deal with the stronger enemies and then gain more experience from that way. Maybe it's faster. I don't know.
Maybe, but like the way I look at it, it's just an excuse.
It's a video game aspect kind of thing.
Again, it's an excuse to... like, to me, I just think of it as an excuse to have her be a slave. Like, okay, the best way to say it, I think the slavery system for the main characters is pointless.
Marcel, sorry, excuse me, I gotta go to the washroom. Be right back. I keep talking, I'll try to jump on my phone.
No, just go to the washroom. Okay, I want to point this. Like, it's weird, because I know the way I'm going to say it is probably going to fucking piss off a lot of people, right? He's an idiot. The slavery aspect of Shield Hero is controversial for a lot of reasons. It is not done well in one place with the main characters. But again, you can tell the story about like all the people who are found in slavery and now Fumi freeing them. It's weird because, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just, it's weird. Maybe I'm just a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a good person. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of give and take to be here. Like, A, is slavery bad? Obviously, yes, right? There's no doubt about it. But B, I also think you can tell stories with bad stuff, right? Sorry, just had to take.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, one thing I want to point out, like, I don't want to go on this thing for too long, but it's impossible to talk about Shield Hero without talking about the slavery aspect.
I don't know. The Risha one seems kind of, I don't know, it's like a poor reason for that. Raphtalia, yeah. I can kind of understand. Fio, if he was just kind of born into it. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about the Risha part.
The Risha part makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't really get the Risha part.
Like, here's the thing. I can understand the story aspect working for the other people, the non-main characters, right? But for the main characters, it's just like why would Raphtalia want to be a slave after, right?
Right.
Philo, okay, she was born into it, but you can undo it, right? Risha, why?
I think Raphtalia explained it as it was her fuck, I don't remember. She explained it in season 1. I don't remember now. I thought it was like, okay, sure, whatever. I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Next up. For
me, it is Kaguya-sama. I watched the first one. It was amazing. The first episode was bloody brilliant.
Didn't finish the first one, so I'm
like, Kaguya-sama is so good. Moving on, Spy X Family.
Did the first episode come already?
Dropped today. I haven't watched it yet.
I've read the manga. Either, yeah.
I will be absolutely flabbergasted if this is not a show of the year candidate.
It's already got like super incredible high ratings.
Like, unless the animation just explodes, I expect this to be right there with Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Not Demon Slayer Entertainment District.
Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of believe you. I feel like this is a really, really, really good.
It's got Cloverworks and Witch Studio behind it.
Yeah, it's a really interesting premise, and
fully expect this show to be great.
Yeah, let's go.
Shikimori, I am watching it. I've heard great things about it. It's airing today as well.
I've did not read Shikimori. I might come back to that one.
Yeah, Komi-san, it's going to be incredible. The first episode was actually just subbed today by fan subbers, so you can go watch it.
Yay! Date Alive 4, did you watch? Is it come out?
For me, I have Arhen's Son first.
Okay.
This is a new one. This ain't a sequel. I was a little worried with Arhen's Son. I felt it would have been a little too cringy, but the second episode really, really made me feel better about it.
Okay.
It's got this charm to it.
And
I'm hoping they expand on it. Yes, I watched the first episode of Date Alive. Date Alive Season 3 is maligned because of its presentation, and its presentation was awful. It was not good. Yet Date Alive Season 3, story-wise, was the best it's ever been. Like, I generally think Date Alive Season 3's story was really good. Especially the origami story. Like, the twist with origami was honestly rather brilliant. And hopefully Geek Toys, who are doing Date Alive Season 4, can continue their work. They did the Data Bullet movies, which was the backstory on Kurumi. And they were animated rather well. And I hope that we see it going. Because I watched the first episode, and first episode was good.
Okay.
The next one I have on my list is a couple of Cuckoos.
Oh, this is the one where the guys switched at birth, right?
Yeah, mixed up family child as a baby. High school student meets his biological parents. He happens to encounter Amano, a high school student at a prestigious school. Half forced to pretend to be her boyfriend so she could avoid marrying her fiance.
But it turns out the fiance is him.
Yeah. Like, this is something I may check in after it's done airing.
Oh, cuckoo. I get it. Cuckoo bird thing. I get it.
Yeah, it is a 24-episode series on Crunchyroll, so there's chances to watch it. Tomodachi Game had its first episode. It's a death game, right?
Yeah.
The first episode was good and bad at the same time. It was good as it creates this interesting premise. The game they played at the start is interesting. It was bad because the nature of the show was forced so hard. It's like, do you trust your friends? And they are just beating you over the head with it.
Keeps on
Add
asking.
on to the fact that they really showcase that every single one of the friends is actually a psychopath.
Yikes.
So, like, I don't know. It was just, I like it, but I also feel they went too hard with, like, don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone.
Next up on my list was I'm Quitting Heroing.
I think I read a little bit of the manga in this one.
I'm watching the first episode. I liked it, even though the main character's a bit of a dick. But I do expect that to change.
Okay.
There's a lot there. I do think so. I enjoyed the 4 demon generals. They were entertaining, if not a little basic. Echidna seemingly is like the generals, just like, I'm not telling you, do not rape and pillage people. So there's something there. Will they find it? I don't know.
Yeah.
What about
The Skeleton Knights in Another World?
The Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a Typical Nobody. You watching that?
Oh, I did not watch that one, no.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch this.
I might come back to watch a few episodes, see what's going on, but that's about it. I watched the first episode of Skeleton Knight, though. Man, that was weird.
Yeah, they really started off brutal, didn't they?
Well, I mean, that, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a comedy, I'm pretty sure. At least at the start. And then it's supposed to get a little dark with the fantasy parts, and then goes back to being funny.
I enjoyed it. I thought the first episode was good. It was a little like, oh, what the fuck is going on here type of thing, right?
Yeah. At least they're like being open with the brutal parts at first.
They played it straight. They didn't try to hide from it, right?
Well, I mean, it also plays along the fact that like later on it does get a little bit dark at times. So I'm like, I kind of am okay with that, but it's not supposed to be that brutal, honestly.
I think I can like this main character.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Another show I am planning to watch is called Summertime Render. Sadly, it's on Disney. So
Disney?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, so we'll probably be going on the Pirate Sea for that one.
Wait, what the fuck? Disney?
Yeah. But no, it's a 24-episode series releasing in a couple days. And it's promising. Do you have anything to add?
I'm reading the thing.
Yeah, a tragic incident calls a young man named Shimpi back to his hometown on a remote island of Higoroshima. But something sinister awaits upon return. A chilling sequence of events unfolds that will have a dire consequence for Shimpi, for Japan, and the entire world. I don't know. It's just, there's something interesting about it. Could I see myself dropping the show? Yeah, honestly.
Is lived with the Kafune sisters, and then one of them died to save a young Shiori Kobayakawa. He returns home to mourn her departure.
Mm-hmm.
There's bruises around her neck? Interesting. Okay.
Let's move on to the next one. The second season of I Fell in Love, So I Used Science to Prove It.
Yeah.
It is one of the most cringy shows I have ever watched. I want to beat the shit out of the two main characters, and I love every single second of it. Like, it's just a show that kind of understands what it is, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just a fun watch.
Yes, and it's a bookworm.
I'm actually on Trapped in a Dating Sim.
Oh, I watched the first episode of that one.
Yeah, you know, the one that has literal hentai characters as its fucking artist.
I read the manga for this one.
It's a light novel, Chewy.
There's a manga for it too, you degenerate weeb.
Whatever. I have no interest in watching this show.
I watched it. It was okay. I was kind of wondering why all the art was hentai art, but at the same time, I'm like, it's an Atoma game one, and this one wasn't like a huge, popular manga series or light novel, so yeah, then whatever. I'll probably watch it to the end-ish because it was funny. Send it to the bookworm.
I'm gonna watch it. I think it's gonna be incredible. I also think it's still gonna need more people to watch it.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Virgin Road.
Did you watch the first episode?
I added it to my series and I'm watching both. And it's interesting. I'm kind of wondering how this is going to go. I think they did a smart job in making Akari's ability the ability to rewrite time in a sense.
Ah, okay.
Right? So Monroe tries to kill her, but then it finds out that her power is she can essentially reset time. So it's impossible for Monroe to kill her, and that's going to break down Monroe and make her into less of a bitch.
Less of a bitch.
But what's really going to be needed is I think the story around that is going to need to step up, right?
Oh.
But I am interested. The side story / spin-off, essentially it's the sequel to Zero, the Grimnor Zero that isn't a sequel. It just takes place years after, that type of shit. What is it in English?
Dawn of the
Witch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. Being able to get back into a universe that I did enjoy was quite fun. I liked how it gave like respect to the first series. We've already reunited with one of the characters in Hold'em. And yeah, no, I'm just quite interested to see where this goes.
It's gonna be a lot of Tiger Anther furry porn, isn't there?
Maybe, I don't know. I am not watching Koi Wasake Isofuku.
You mean Love After World Domination?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I may watch it after.
First episode dropped today, I think. I'm probably gonna go watch it later.
It's on Crunchyroll.
2 days ago. Okay, well, I'll probably go watch it.
The first episode of Ayoshi dropped.
Oh yeah.
I plan to watch this. That's about it.
LR, it's pretty good. I can't wait for a whole bunch of this.
You know what's a show I can't understand that people like?
What?
Machikado Mazuko.
Machikado Mazuko? Mazoku?
Yeah. I remember watching this and I was so bored, and yet when you type down this show, it has like
this is a decent
giant rating on Mal, and I'm just like, what did I miss?
It's a 4 coma. I don't know.
Anyway, its second season is out.
Oh, are you watching Daim? Is it Daima?
I am not, but that is something I could look into after.
I actually watched the first episode of this one. This was actually not too bad.
Why do I get... Is it Bakamon or Bakuramon?
Barakamon?
Yeah, why do I get vibes like that?
I don't know. Probably the art.
Maybe.
But, maybe... No, well, the art's not actually that close, but yeah, it's actually not that bad. I don't know. I don't see any ties to Barakamon or anything, but yeah, it's actually not that bad. This one.
Fucking God, I completely forgot about this show. Hold on a sec.
Black Rock Shooter?
No, not that. I completely forgot about a show, so I'll mention it when I get there. Dance Dance. It's the new dance show by Mappa.
Yeah, haven't watched any of their dance shows, so I'm okay.
Can I save a certain show for last?
Are you talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. I'm not watching the Nijisaki Love Live. I thought the first season. Love Live needs to do stuff differently for me to actually be interested in it.
How about a different story instead of saving the school? It'd be like, I don't know, save my virginity. I don't know. The show I just mentioned that I've completely forgot about is Heroine Taruo. Heroines won the show. To become a real heroine, the unpopular girl or whatever.
Hiyori, it's heroines run the show. It's Hiyori left her hometown to pursue a passionate track and field. Looking for a part-time job, she ended up an apprentice manager of her classmates. Essentially, this show just interests me for some weird reason. And yeah, I'm going to watch it. It looks like she's the manager of an idol group.
Lip times lip.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like she's the manager of an idol group.
Male idols.
But no, that's interesting to me.
A duo, a male idol duo.
Other than that, there isn't much left on this. Like, I'm watching Kyokai Senkai since I've already watched season 1.
Wait, that girl look. Those two girls look like from the whatchamacallit, that one manga where the mangaka got taken away for, what was it, child endangerment or something?
I don't know. What about In the Heart of Kunichi Tsubaki?
Nope. Saw the trailer for that. Nope.
Love Will Play?
Oh, the I might take a look at that.
Kono Hiro Mendosukai.
Oh, the healer one. That one I've read the manga. I might watch it later because it's just a comedy. I want to watch a comedy.
I am literally only walking Blackrock Shooter because the characters were made by Huki Papa.
Oh, right, yeah.
Character design is good. Animation scares me. RPG Furu-san is essentially real estate anime.
Huh.
Yeah, the first episode was funny and cute, and I think this is just going to be a nice, comfy watch.
Oh, I gotta watch Kingdom for the season. Look at that glow up, boys. Look at the glow up, boys.
And then there's Golf Girls, Kill Me. There's Healer Girl. And really, honestly, the only show I'm watching... Yeah, no, that's actually it. That's all I'm watching in the spring. Except for one specific show that I've saved for last.
Oh, yeah, Kyokai Senki 2 is also good. Oh, no, not a new Yu-Gi-Oh! No, go away! No, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Go by.
Haripi Kome is the best fucking thing ever!
Haripi Kome.
Look, the premise is ridiculous, and I mentioned this before, but essentially, fate and reincarnation deliver a brilliant strategist, Koming, better known as Zhuge Liang, from the warring states of China to Japan's modern party hotspot in Shibuya. After a lifetime of battles and military skirmishes, Kong Ming wished for his last breath to be reborn in peace and prosperity. 2 millennia later, he finds himself in a different world than that past life, meeting Aiko, a promising young musician with big dreams. And together, they'll help Aiko achieve stardom. It is the funniest fucking shit I have watched in a while. It is so insane, so ridiculous, and I love every single moment of it.
Good shit.
Have you watched episode 2?
Yes.
The way he gets Aiko to get the performers.
Aiko, yeah. That was good.
He essentially just tricks them and they stay there.
No way.
I just loved every moment of it. I don't like. It's just one of those shows that speaks to me on a spiritual level.
And you know what? For a anime dealing with music, they put a lot of English lyric songs in this one, and I'm okay with that.
You see that a lot more than you realize.
I mean, yeah, maybe if you look back at like specifically the music ones, but
like that's just the thing. You see that a lot of Japanese songs have English lyrics in it.
No, I mean like majority of the lyrics being English lyrics.
I mean, it all depends, right? But I just like it.
Dude, the only ones that I could think of that were like mostly English lyrics was like Carol and Tuesday anime.
Yeah, but Carol and Tuesday was a bastardized. I'm sorry, I just did not like Carol and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's essentially what I'm watching for the spring season. And what you're watching for the spring season as well.
96 Deco has a really nice voice too.
Mm-hmm. And we will start talking about the spring season in
next
2 weeks, right? So the next episode.
Next episode?
No. What I was gonna say is the next the next episode isn't going to be this. Remember, we do RPG next week.
Oh, you mean Let's Play?
Yeah, we do Let's Play next week.
Okay, I was gonna say.
And then a week after that, we will talk about more about the spring season.
All right.
Anywho, this has been Guru. That's Chewy. We'll see y'all next time. We got some Smite to play.
Boobas.
Let's go, bitch.
Wait, like, bye.